All right, welcome back to the Coosa River Farm Boys. We got River Otter. We got his grandson John Howard, who just kind of basically has finished up school.
He's a summertime regular.
Yeah, he's a summertime regular. He throws us down when school starts and stuff. We got Gracie, and we got a special guest today, Steve Farmer. Now, Steve, how did you stumble onto our channel?
Watching YouTube and watching catfishing videos, just watch it, and I said, hey, that's just good old boys from Alabama, just like me.
All right, and tell our viewers where you're from.
I'm from Talladega, Alabama, not far from here.
Yeah, we're 30 miles max from right here down on Lay Lake. Now, you sent a picture of a catfish you caught. Now, were you a catfish rod and reel guy, trot line guy?
Right. I've ran trot lines before, I've jug fished before, but I really like to catch them on rod and reels.
Okay, and what was your, now I assume you did a lot of it on Logan Martin, right?
Right, out of Clear Creek.
Clear Creek, okay. What was your bait of choice?
That day it was skipjack.
Now, where do you get your skipjack from?
Sometimes I go up to Gunnersville and catch them on my own, or I got a friend of mine that I contact and he helps supply some.
All right, Otter, don't be afraid to jump in here. Now, if he doesn't have skipjack, Steve, if you didn't have skipjack, what did you want to use?
Shad or carp.
You use carp?
Carp, yes.
Cut up carp.
Cut up carp. That's one of the biggest. The blues will tear up a carp in a minute.
All right. Well, it's funny you say that. When I was a kid, if we ever caught a carp, my dad would throw it in the boat, and he said, "We're going to get back to shore. We're going to cut it up,
right,
and use it for bait." Now, I've always enjoyed using cut shad and little whole brim.
Right.
And what did you catch more of, blue cats or flatheads?
Blues.
Blues. What's the biggest blue you ever caught?
50 pounds, 4 ounces.
Wow. What pound test were you using on it?
40-pound test.
So you had to have the drag set, didn't you?
Right. I use 40-pound test with sometimes 50 to 80-pound leaders.
Is that the spider wire? Otter, you know more about
Mono only.
Yeah.
Mono
only. I do not like braid.
Braided wire.
Braided wire.
Now, why don't you like braided wire?
I've used it before, and I've actually done comparisons with a reel here with braided on it and a reel here with just solid mono on it, and caught more with mono on it than I have with braid. So I just, and the weights will fray that blade, you know, when they slide up and down your line, they'll fray that braid up quicker than they will that mono.
Oh, okay. Well, we're learning something new. Now, we're not real big on the rod and reel side, but we enjoy the jug fishing and trot lining, and we got an event coming up next Monday. Talk about it real quick, Otter.
Okay, we're going to have a fish fry for all of our staff at Farm Links, all of our golf staff, the people that work outside at the golf course, inside in the pro shop, in the grill, and we're going to cook
probably 15 to 20 pounds of fish.
Catfish fillets, mostly. We got a few little whole catfish.
I love to eat them tails like a potato chip. Hey, and I want to run it by you. I want to invite Robert, Vlad, Brad, and Walt.
Walt and Anna Porter.
Walt and Anna P. As well. Now, you talked about you wanted to bring awareness. Talk about the condition you're dealing with and everything right now.
I deal with pancreatitis, chronic pancreatitis.
Okay.
Pancreatitis can hit anyone at any time. It started out with me in August of 2012. We had just got through, my wife and I had just got through eating supper. My daughters were in the bed. And in fact, we had hot dogs that night. They're my favorite thing. I love hot dogs. And all of a sudden it just, boom, just hit me. Pain doubled me over. Started getting sick at my stomach. And my wife at first thought I was having a heart attack. And I didn't know what was going on. I could not keep anything down. I could not even take a sip of water, nothing. You know?
Really?
And she finally got me to the hospital, and they said, it's not your heart, it's your pancreas. And I was like, take this thing out. This don't, I mean, you know, this thing was causing me so much pain. It's the worst pain that anybody can go through and live through it. You hear about people, you know, with lung cancer. You rarely hear about pancreatic cancer or pancreatic problems.
Right.
When I went into the hospital the first time after my pancreatic attack, I weighed 210 pounds. I also had a pseudocyst in my stomach. When they drained it off, they pulled out 2-liter Coke bottle full of fluid off my stomach.
Oh, wow.
And it affected my gallbladder also. When the pancreas acts up, it affects everything in this area. And they got the pseudocyst, but I kept still having pain. And they finally got me to UAB, and that's when I had my first surgery. The surgeries hurt just as bad as
How many surgeries have you had?
two
Two.
surgeries.
Well, before you got sick, what kind of work did you do?
I worked with the city of Talladega in the public works department. We poured concrete, we poured, just any and everything, working with backhoes. And everything.
Okay. You don't happen to know Matt's story from Talladega, do you?
Yes, sir.
Goo Baby?
Goo Baby.
Goo Baby.
I know, I graduated Goo Baby.
Goo Baby. I'm going to tell you a funny story about Goo Baby. Goo Baby helped Coach Miller, Chucky,
Yeah.
And Goo Baby, we were having a county tournament at Childersburg, and I thought the world of Goo Baby. He's an accountant. Right. His daddy was a doctor.
Right.
All right. But anyway, we were hosting the county tournament, and we weren't playing that night, and me and some of our players were setting up on the stage as Talladega played. Well, Goo Baby had a spit cup under his, he always wore shorts, and he had a spit cup. And I told one of the players, I said, when they call a timeout, go down there and steal a spit cup and throw it in the garbage. And so, so anyway, after the timeout, Goo Baby got to reaching for the spit cup, and it wasn't there, and he turned around and looked up at us, and we just started dying laughing. But, your treatment regimen right now, what's going on with it?
I have to watch what I eat. I cheat a little. Everybody cheats a little bit.
Right.
Being a diabetic, I went to diabetic school, and they showed us what a diabetic breakfast was. Man, that wasn't even feel like an ant. So, I eat, sometimes I may eat only once a day.
Right.
Sometimes at night we'll eat supper that evening, and sometimes later on the night when my wife goes to bed, I'll still want something else to eat, so I'll go to the cabinet and eat, find some Vanders or some sardines or whatever, and or little snacks. But the main thing is people don't realize how it affects people and their families.
Right. I can imagine that. In a sense, I got mononucleosis in 2011 at 40-something years old.
Yes, sir.
And I got so weak, I cried all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I just cried. I just cried all the time. I had to have 6 IVs because I got dehydrated. And it was 6 or 8 months of kind of roughness, and of course I got better at that. But you've been dealing with this since 2012, right?
Right. And it's hard to make plans to do anything because some days I don't even want to get out of bed hardly.
Really?
Because you hurt so bad.
Oh.
And then when you go do something, sometimes your sugar may just drop on you all of a sudden, or your sugar gets high. That's why I kind of drink. I'm not supposed to be drinking these, but I sip on them to keep it from dropping.
Keeping it from bottoming out.
Right.
Hey, well, I got to ask you this question. Of the 3 farm boys, me, Otter, and Jeff. Jeff's behind the camera. He likes to be behind the scenes sometimes. But who's the goofiest of the 3 of us?
I'd have to say you. I'd have to say you.
I agree with that.
That's a pretty easy one right there.
Video yesterday. Y'all had this trot line and jug fishing, and y'all was listening to Aerosmith. And that dance you was doing to Aerosmith, I was like, oh my Lord.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've been known to be pretty goofy. Jeff is very level-headed. Jeff is very cerebral. He thinks things through. I'm just ready to go. But me and Otter argue a lot. But we worked together Sunday at the golf course and didn't argue at all. And what conclusion did we come to, Otter?
We come to the conclusion that it's Jeffro's fault. Then we argue.
Yeah, that he aggs his own.
Yeah.
Well, I can take the blame when I'm with y'all, but I can't take the blame when y'all argue on texting and stuff.
Well, do you know much about Lay Lake?
No, I fished Lay Lake. I used to be in a bass club, Logan Martin Bassmasters.
Okay.
And we put in up there just off Silversburg Highway on 42 with the 2 concrete bridges was.
Right.
There's an older gentleman that used to have a boat ramp right there, and we would launch and go. I forgot the name of the creek. And
is that the one right by the Church of Christ, Jeff?
Is that Calcahatchee Creek?
I think so.
Yeah.
Pop's boat
Yeah,
launch,
thank you.
yeah.
Mhm.
Well, you hadn't been this
Yeah.
far south. Now,
It's a
what we
beautiful
want to
place.
do, you know, we baited the trot line up. What we want to do, Jeff's going to have to check the weather, but what we want to do is take you out on the pontoon boat and let you see a little bit of lay.
Okay.
But you know what? I'm very afraid of lightning.
I am too.
So we were sitting on the deck the other day and lightning popped and these two clowns sat there and I said some ugly words sitting there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
but-
don't mind it, but when I'm out on the water, I'd rather be on land than water.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, look, what we're going to do is Jeff's going to check the weather. And if it's okay to go out for about 30 to 40 minutes on the pontoon boat, we're going to show him some things. We'd like to show you where Otter live, which is about 6 miles, 8 miles.
It's
8
8
yeah.
miles.
Did you watch us kayak that time?
I haven't seen that one. I'm still going through a lot
Okay.
of videos and
Okay.
watching.
Well, we kayak from here to my house, and when we get there, you'll see just how
And,
that
and,
much far
and
that
Jeff,
is.
tell him again. Tell Steve about the headwind that we fought until
Oh,
we
when
got
we
around
first
the bend.
started, yeah, the
Yeah,
current
we-
was with us, but we were into a pretty stiff breeze.
Yeah,
the
as
current
far as
didn't
you
help
can
at
see
all. to
Going that
begin
way,
with.
we was into a
Yeah,
headwind.
it was
Oh.
rough, and Jeff gets kind of scared. He was kind of scared in the kayak, but he became a trooper right off the bat.
I
Yeah.
wound up liking it. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Uh,
One other thing before we go, he mentioned it. I think in the last episode we told that our buddy Will Davis
Oh
was
yeah,
was
that's
in
wonderful.
second or third place that day when we talked.
right.
Well, he won the what was it, Whataburger?
Whataburger Bassmasters
Bassmaster
Elite
Elite.
I
Series.
watched that on TV.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
wondering who won it.
and me and Otter and JH go to church with Will.
Yeah.
And his
Mhm.
mom and daddy, great people.
Yeah.
Couldn't be more happy for them.
We just wanted to give
Mhm.
them a shout out and say we're real proud of Will and proud to be able to say that we know Will.
Oh, what did I just feel, Otter?
A big one hit that trot
A
line.
big one hit that trot line, didn't it? Well, we're going to
You think it
analyze.
hit one of those little
We don't
shells?
know what they are. Hey, I thought
Okay.
I saw an alligator a minute ago. Was that some kind of miniature alligator I just saw?
Probably not.
No, it was like a giant lizard.
Oh, that green lizard. He's been there. He is.
Oh.
He's been
Oh.
crawling around here ever since we
Hey,
got here.
Jeff, see if you can get a shot of that lizard up there.
He wants to be on camera too.
Oh, there. Yeah, I
Yeah.
got him.
Hey,
Yeah, I got him.
we'll keep y'all posted, guys. We're going to let Jeff check the weather out, and then we'll go from here. All right, we've driven the pontoon boat down to Otter's place. And Steve, what do you think about Lay Lake so far?
I love it. It's a beautiful place down here. It's
Beautiful
really beautiful.
place.
Quiet.
Quiet, yeah, it's not crazy busy. I mean, it will be busy. But Otter, get over here. We love Jeffro, don't we?
Jeffro is our weatherman.
Jeffro is basically just a miniature James Spann, isn't he?
Yes.
All right. He said we were safe to 4:30.
Yeah.
All right. Now, what time is it?
It's about 30 minutes later than he
Yeah,
said
but
we
let
would.
me correct something. Let me
Okay.
correct something.
Jeff,
'Cause
give
I
in your.
warned them both this morning. I said I'm worried about the weather today. Told them both. They just act like I didn't even say anything. They just ignored me. So
Well,
that's what I was worried about.
well, Jeff said that he did say we were safe to 4:30, but he said they could pop up at any time.
Yeah.
And in Jeff's
Howard.
defense,
And
They-
here's the problem again. It ain't gonna just go through in a second. It's looking like it's gonna like 4 or 5 o'clock.
well,
Now we're in a mess.
So now we're here in the boat.
Mhm.
well, the thing now, I will say we're in a mess getting back, but as long as we have shelter, I feel pretty safe.
Yeah.
I feel pretty safe, because there's one thing I fear, or one of many.
Lightning.
I fear lightning.
Yeah.
Steve, you fear lightning.
When I'm on the water, yes, sir.
All right, but Jeff, in his defense, we go to him for every weather forecast. You did say they could pop up at any time.
No, my exact words were I'm worried about the weather today.
Yeah, he did send that text out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So we're actually stranded currently at 7 Otter Road, Otterville, and we've got the trot line. How many miles upriver?
8.
8 miles upriver. But if y'all think I'm getting back in that pontoon boat right now to go upriver, You've lost your ever-loving mile. I think this thing will be through in about 15 minutes.
It's even got a blue color to it.
Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Thick.
I have been caught out there on the river and one pop up like that and have to head to a dock and tie the boat up to stand.
Yeah, I've done that before too, Steve. Gracie, did Jeff let you down? All right, now he didn't let us down. But look, we're gonna wait this storm out. I hope y'all can see it on the GoPro. It's impressive. It's got cloud to ground lightning. The wind's picking up. And Otter, you are gonna let us come inside when it hits, aren't you?
We are going inside. We can go now.
I think it's probably a good idea to go now. We'll keep y'all posted. Well, guys, we're back running the trot line. We got Steve out here. Jeff, tell about what happened to us with the weather, buddy.
Al and Otter thought, you know, the storm wasn't going. I told them the weather was going to be bad, didn't I, Steve?
Yes, you did.
And they thought we could make it up to Otter's, and it hit us bad. We got stranded. So, of course, they blame it on me, but that's all right.
Well, you called it. You said anything after noon, after 12 could be sketchy.
It could be sketchy. Summer patterns.
Yeah, and we hadn't got
These things
run so far, but
no, we got the secret weapon up here though. We're gonna see what happens
we got
when we.
something pulling out here.
I think I see. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Yeah, but what he did. Tell him what you did. You baited these.
The ones from the anchor are baited with some kind of. It wasn't shad. It wasn't spot tail. I really don't know what it was.
Well, you'll be able to see it in a minute, Steve. But there's something. There's another one right there.
Now this right here, I can get 2 good fillets off him. Pop that hook out. Be careful with him, Steve. You got him, big guy.
Oh yeah, I can tell he's handled catfish before.
Yeah.
Our special guest here. Yeah, there's another one. But now when we get Pat here in a minute, Steve, we'll get to those
Okay.
little
Now
special
look, one
shad
had already twisted off right there.
Well, tell Steve about that. No, that normally don't happen.
Yeah, Steve, I order swivels from Memphis Net and Twine.
Right.
And I got a size that was almost too small. And I just didn't trust using them. I should have went with my gut and got the biggest ones they had.
Right.
But anyway, but when we get to this, I'm anxious to see if we got something once we get to these little.
His normal swivels, they don't do any of that.
Yeah, they don't
wrapping
twist
up
up.
and stuff. They
When
don't do
I ran, I got mine from Memphis Twine too, and I always got those little, like those hooks you got.
Right.
Those
Yeah.
are good little hooks.
Those are 1/0 stainless steel mustaches.
Well, that one we caught last week was right here off these. It was about 25. What do you think? 25, 28 pounds?
25 and 30.
Yeah. And I mean, so those hooks will catch a pretty
Yeah.
good fish.
They will.
Now, how much further we got till we get to
As
the?
soon as you see that anchor come up, that brick,
You feel anything pulling?
not right now, I don't.
Usually we leave it.
Another little one here.
Usually we leave it baited overnight.
Right.
You know, come
Yeah.
back the next day. But
Now my all-time catch rate is 94%. So
there's another one. I mean, it's
size.
only been baited a few hours,
Right.
so.
Right. And this is pretty good for just a few hours. I mean, you got some fish on here.
Oh yeah. Oh, Steve knows that. Well, be careful with that sucker.
But
Them little.
feisty little joker
The
is.
little ones will get you quicker than
Oh
Mhm.
yeah, he's a spicy one.
Yeah, but they sure do eat good, don't
Yeah, they do.
God, that's good. That's good. I mean, I absolutely love fish of any kind. I'd rather eat it than a good steak.
Yep.
Oh,
We
I would too.
I like mine bait sometimes. Put some of that Old Bay mixed with some milk and butter on there.
Mm-hmm.
How long does? Oh, I feel something.
Uh-oh, we're gonna get into those shiners here in a minute. You feel it?
Yeah, well, I see it right there. Yeah.
But you still haven't got to the shiners, have you?
Those crazy minnows yet. We about to get to them.
Are we? There, yeah, there's your,
Yep.
there we go. Yeah, there they are.
Oh, look.
Yeah, there you go. One of them took them. What is that?
It looks like a blue cat.
But we'll let Steve look at these to see what he.
See these things, Steve?
Yeah. Let me get it turned just a little bit.
See if you can figure out what these things are. It's not a shed.
That's a shiner.
That's a shiner.
Mm-hmm. Golden shiner.
Golden shiner. Oh, we got a bigger one out here, Jeffro.
See
I
that?
told you these things catch fish.
Yep. There's another one down there.
Yep. We're catching some good eating fish here, Steve.
There you are.
Be careful.
That's a good fleeing size right there.
Yeah, that's perfect, isn't it? That last
They
one
hit
there.
them golden shiners, didn't they, Jeffro?
They did. Yeah, they seem like the little bit bigger cats hit them.
Right.
That's a good looking bait. That ought to catch a big catfish too
Yeah,
if
they
they're
are.
around.
A lot of people will buy them 6 to 8 inches long sometimes and go out and fish with blues and flatheads with them. I mean, they
Yeah,
use 'em
6
on
to 8
hook.
inch shiners.
And big bass.
Just throw that over your head.
Yeah, throw it over your head. That's all you got to do. I'm going to dip this in so my catch rate will stay good.
I don't know if y'all watch like an Okeechobee. They'll take them big shiners and fish around lily pads and stuff and catch big
Yeah.
bass with them.
Oh yeah, I've been down there and did that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we had a guide. Well, my buddy, he took his boat down. We hauled it down there, and he got a guide the first day, or we paid for a guide the first day to figure out, you know, how it was done, and then we used his boat the other days after that.
Right.
But we used you know what a drift sock is,
Right.
don't you?
But I got one that can put on my boat.
Where it'll keep the boat, you know, from spinning around.
What are you talking about, a drift saw?
It's called a drift sock.
It's like a parachute almost like.
Yeah, you
So it's
tie it to
back.
one end of the boat, and it keeps the boat, you know, like if you're, we were like free-lining,
Right.
you know, and you want to drift all the way across the lake and go through those grass patches
Right.
with that bait, live bait, and the drift sock would keep you the way you needed to be instead of the boat turning around long ways on you.
Okay.
And if you didn't have that, you'd get all wonky.
I use it like when I'm drifting for cats and it's windy.
Mm-hmm.
You can put it off the back of your boat and it slows your boat down.
Oh, okay.
Right, that's the thing too. Yeah,
It
it
just
slows
slows
it
it
down.
On that cooler, Steve, and let old Jeff.
Look at there,
catch.
that's pretty decent little. How many's in there?
I hadn't counted. Let's see.
We got another one out here.
Oh, we've got
We
another
got a
one.
natural double, Jeff.
Is it a double or a triple?
It's a natural double.
Huh? Double, yeah.
Cats, natural double.
Double right beside each other. Yeah. Were they still on the shiners? Don't
Looks
know.
like the shiners ended right here.
Right. Them old catfish
That's
will,
something.
will just about eat. There's something else down there?
There's something else out there somewhere. Yeah,
There it is, yeah.
it was almost a natural triple.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Oh,
guys,
good.
settle down. This one's being a little spicy, Steve.
Mm-hmm. I wonder how many catfish are in this lake.
Oh, God.
That's good. Lord, there ain't no
So many
telling.
fish in this lake.
You can't put a dent in it, can you?
Now look here, Jeff. Without the swivel, see how this one's twisted up?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, without that swivel, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
But he saved the bait, and I'm gonna push that bait.
So do you eat catfish a lot?
When I get a chance, yeah.
Whenever you can? Yeah.
like I said, my wife and I will fry them, we'll bake them. It don't matter, we'll eat them.
Right. Have you got any in the freezer?
Not now. I'm gonna go. We're planning a trip. My wife and I. We're gonna try to plan a trip to go. She likes to rod and reel, just anchor down and rod and reel.
Mhm.
I like to drill, so we're gonna go and anchor down.
Right.
I got what on my trolling motor. I got spot lock. I can go to a place. I got to get it calibrated. But you can go and hit spot lock, and it would keep you within 1 foot of where you don't even need an anchor. It'll keep you right there where you.
Really?
Right there. Yep.
Don't have to anchor.
You don't have to anchor.
What's it called? Spot lock?
Spot lock on your trolling motor. Yep.
I'll be. Boy, this technology is something else now, isn't it?
You got to have the Bluetooth on there.
Right.
The Bluetooth around this. You calibrate it with a Bluetooth, and like I said, I still got to calibrate mine. But you go 2 full circles, and then it stops, and then you hit systems, and you'll hear it go beep beep, and it's calibrated.
Wow.
Everything's calibrated. And then when you go to your spot,
Technology is something now, buddy.
yes sir, it is. I mean,
All right, we got our guest Steve here. We got our summer regular John Howard, and we've got River Otter, and of course Jeff behind the camera. Jeff, get over here and get a shot. The trot line was baited about 2 hours. Gracie, get out of the way. I don't know how many we got, but it's a beautiful mess of fish. And Steve said that stuff we were baiting with was golden shiners, correct? That is legal bait, isn't it?
Yeah, as far as
Okay, I don't want the game warden coming down here and getting an otter. Hey, we've had a great day. We battled through a rainstorm, had to spend some time at Otterville. But that was fine, wasn't it, Jeff?
Yep, we've enjoyed our day with our special guest here
Right.
too.
All right,
Good time.
Steve, do you know the things our people need to hit, those buttons?
hit, like, share, and subscribe.
All
How
right.
about that?
Hey, and hit that bell for notifications.
Okay.
Hey, great to see you guys. We'll see y'all next week. All right.